Hey, what's up YouTube? The Swordsman here. I have a little something different today. Now, as you see, it's a sword. Well, if anybody knows Lord of the Rings mythology, especially the Peter Jackson films, you'd see that this is the sword of Boromir, also known as the Tower of the White Warden. Now, first off, let me get one thing out of the way. This is not an official licensed replica from Lord of the Rings. This is actually a custom-made piece that I got at the Ohio Renaissance Fair a couple of years back. This was actually made by the Renaissance Fair's blacksmith while he was, while I was there watching him make it. I bought the thing right there from him. Beautiful piece. Obviously, it's not to exact detail of the official licensed replica. There are lots of differences. First off, the things that are accurate is the size, and definitely the style of the hilt, pommel, handle, and blade. So the size and the shape, it's all pretty much there. It just leaves a couple of things to the imaginations. Now, first off, it's very hefty. It's actually got quite a bit of weight to it. This is a warrior's sword. This is a man's sword right here. The pommel and hilt are made out of solid steel. That's completely solid. The wood handle, again, is completely solid, and this is a fully functional blade from what the blacksmith told me. Believe it or not, this is not the scabbard sheath that came with the sword. I actually made this sheath scabbard. It took me probably a couple of weeks to make this sheath, this scabbard. I didn't make it out of the best quality materials, but I wanted something to help protect the blade because it did not come with a sheath or scabbard. Now, first I'd like to tell you that the blade is 440 stainless steel. Now look at that, that's beautiful, isn't it? Let's put that down. Again, if you admire my scabbard sheath making, go ahead, feel free to leave me a comment. I don't make them for anybody else. I do have a couple of custom-made scabbards for a couple of my weapons. It's not something I do often. It's not something I like doing, but if I have to do it, I will. Now back to the sword. 440 stainless steel. The blade was forged and made in China. It does say 440 stainless China right here on the blade, but however, it was assembled at the Ohio Renaissance Festival. I watched the man assemble this. He did it with great care and great precision. The weapon is actually quite balanced. The balance is probably about 3 or 4 inches away from the hilt, so probably about right there. Very, very wide blood groove in the blade, if you can see that. Obviously the hilt, very nice. It's got this nice twisted steel pattern. Now, I want to get back to why this isn't a complete accurate replica. Now, the actual sword of Boromir, or the Tower of the White Warden, have you, looks exactly like this. However, the handle is actually a darker leather-wrapped wood handle. This is actually just straight finished wood. There's no leather, there's no grip or nothing on it. So if you held on to this for a while, your hands would get sweaty, it'd probably slip around a little bit. So again, I was a little disappointed there. There was no leather wrapped grip. Again, the other thing that's not completely accurate, that doesn't make this an official licensed replica, is that there are certain accents on the pommel here. You see these rings that go around it. Those are actually supposed to be gold plated accents, along with these here around the ends of the hilt. These here, you can see them outlined, but they're not gold. They're just plain silver steel like the rest of it. That and the fact that this did not come sharp. I was very disappointed at that. Now I know a lot of the weapons at the Renaissance fairs, especially the big weapons like this, like the blacksmiths, they don't really make them sharp because they don't want people sword fighting at the fair. I get that, and they don't want anyone to get hurt. However, if I were to sharpen this, I would probably need a belt sander, which I do not possess quite yet. I would love to sharpen this. It is a great piece. Like I said, it's pretty weighty. This probably weighs the most out of all the weapons in my collection. This probably weighs close to 8 or 9 pounds. So you definitely want a strong arm to swing it around. Blade length on this actually is 30 inches even. It's a 30-inch blade. Overall, this sword is 40 inches overall. So it's amazing to look at. Again, the only bad thing is not official license. However, my next sword review will be an official licensed replica. I can promise you that. I can't wait for that. It's going to be beautiful. Said I'm a big Hobbit and Lord of the Rings fan. This was probably the first replica that I got from Lord of the Rings. Again, not an accurate representation and not an official licensed replica. But at the Renaissance Fair, I paid $100 for this. And if it was the official licensed replica, it would have been easily triple that. So again, probably the best, one of the best weapons in my collection, that's for sure. If have any suggestions or likes or concerns about this weapon, feel free to leave any comments. Again, I can give you a nice close-up of it here. Again, I was just a little disappointed that the handle wasn't leather wrapped, but I can get past that because it's just an awesome sword. And if you want to get a good close-up of my scabbard, again, I only used this making, I used wood, leather, and a couple of steel fittings with aluminum and a shit ton of carpenter's glue. So it takes quite a bit to make a scabbard. It's no small task. It's definitely harder than it looks. So again, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them for me. Until my next review, I'm the Swordsman. Later.